Hi everyone, today we will discuss regarding development of frog up to gastrulation and formation of primary germ layers. So, events that takes place during embryonic development that describes the changes in an organism from its earliest beginnings through maturity. Here zygote, it is a product of fertilization. After fertilization, zygote will be formed, which will undergo further repeated mitotic division, that is called as cleavage, and it will form 2 cell stage, 4 cell stage, 8 cell stage, 16 cell stage, 32 cell stage, and finally it may develop into that of the blastula. A blastula, it is a hollow ball like structure that we can call them as a blastula. This blastula, it will undergo gastrulation process. Here during this, the rearrangement of the cells will takes place and finally the embryo will be formed. The frog belongs to the class amphibian that exhibits sexual dimorphism. Males develop nuptial pad on first digit of each forelimb and attracts the female frog by producing the croaking sound. The sexual embrace is called as amplexus. The female releases mass of eggs called spawn and males releases mass of sperms called milt. So the fertilization is external fertilization. The jelly coat protects the eggs. So during embryonic development, the egg will be converted into tadpole containing millions of cells but containing the same amount of organic matter. So the upper hemisphere of the egg, that we can call them as animal pole, which is darker in color. The lower hemisphere is called as vegetal pole, which is lighter in color. So when the eggs are deposited in the water and it is ready for fertilization, the time the eggs are said to be in haploid stage and they are at metaphase of meiosis 2. Development is indirect, where we can see the tadpole larval stage during their development. Body axis. The development of the body axis in frog, it is influenced by the polarity of the egg. The polarity of the egg determines the anterior-posterior axis before fertilization. So at fertilization, the pigmented cortex, it will slide over the underlying cytoplasm towards the point of the sperm entry. So this causes rotation and exposes a region of light color cytoplasm, which is called as gray crescent region, that will marks the dorsal side. So the first cleavage division bisects the gray crescent once the anterior posterior axis are formed and dorsal ventral axis and right and left axis are fixed. Fertilization. Entrance of the sperm initiates a sequence of events, that is meiosis 2, it will be get completed. The cytoplasm of the egg, it will rotate about 30 degrees relative to the poles. In some amphibians including Xenopus, this is revealed by the appearance of light colored band called the gray crescent. The gray crescent forms opposite the point where the sperm entered. So it foretells that the future pattern of the animal, its dorsal, ventral, anterior, posterior and its left and right sides. The haploid sperm and egg nuclei fuse to form a diploid zygote nucleus. So this is the structure of an egg before and after fertilization. This one will be the animal pole. At first we can see the only one polar body will be there, and this pigmented region, it will form the gray crescent that will fix as the anterior posterior, dorsal ventral and left and right axis. And after fertilization, just you can see the gray crescent will form band like structure and second polar body will be there. cleavage. It is a process of repeated rapid mitotic cell division of zygote to form blastula stage that we can call them as a cleavage. The produced cells are named as blastomeres. So during this stage, the size of the embryo does not change. The blastomeres become smaller with each cell division. So the type and pattern of cleavage, it will differ from species to species. Continuous divisions to form ball of 32 cell stage called morula stage. The morula continuous division to form the hollow blastula with several hundreds of cells. So the cavity of the blastula, we can call them as blastocele. Cleavage in frog. So the cleavage planes usually follow a specific pattern that is relative to the vegetal and animal pole of the zygote. Animal pole blastomeres are smaller in size and blastocele in the animal hemisphere, and little yolk or cleavage it will furrow completes, and cleavage we can call them as a holoblastic cleavage. So zygote 2 cell stage, 4 cell stage, 8 cell stage, and here animal pole and blastocele in the animal pole we can see, and little yolk will be there. Blastulation. The result of cleavage is called as blastulation, the production of multicellular blastula. Blastula cells are called blastomeres. It forms a cavity within the ball of the cells called as blastocele. So this is the blastula stage, animal pole, vegetal pole, and a blastocele will be seen in the animal pole. And here in this region the cells are smaller in size, here the cell sizes are larger in size. So these are the macromeres towards vegetal pole, micromeres towards the animal pole. Gastrulation. The morphogenetic process called gastrulation rearranges the cells of the blastula into a 3-layered embryo called gastrula that has a primitive gut. It means the rearrangement of blastula cells that transforms the blastula into gastrula. So the blastula develops a hole in one end and cells starts migrate to the hole. This forms the gastrula. And here it is characterized by the cell movement. Blastocele is gradually disappear and a new cavity is formed, gastrocele. So the 3 tissue layers produced by the process of gastrulation called as embryonic germ layers. The outer one will be the ectoderm, which will form the outer surfaces and neural tissue. The inner layer will be the endoderm that lines the embryonic digestive tract. The mesoderm partly fills the space between the ectoderm and endoderm, from which the muscles and reproductive system will originate. So blastula stage, gastrula stage, where the cell rearrangement will take place. This is the primitive gut formation, and on either side it is lined with that of the mesoderm between the ectoderm and endoderm, and coelomic cavity forms inside the mesoderm. Gastrulation in frog. Results: embryo with gut, 3 germ layers, and it is more complicated process. Yolk-laden cells in the vegetal hemispheres will be there. The blastula wall, it will be more than 1 cell in thickness. So the pattern of gastrulation, it is affected by the amount of yolk. The cells at the vegetal pole invaginate, initiating gastrulation. Just you can see ectoderm. This layer due to invagination process will form the endoderm, and the opening we can call them as a blastopore. So this is the entire process, how it will takes place. Blastocele will be formed. Later on dorsal side, it will form the dorsal lip, and cavity of the gastrula stage we can call them as archenteron, and as a result of the three-layered embryo will be formed, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm will be formed. So gastrulation completes in the following steps, that is epiboly, emboly, involution, formation of the three germ layers, neurulation, notogenesis and formation of coelom. Epiboly. Micromeres at the animal pole divides more repeatedly and rapidly, enclosing the megameres except in the region of yolk plug. So this overgrowth or spreading of the micromeres we can call them as epiboly. Here we can see in this figure spread of an outside layer of the cell layer to form yolk mass, a deeper layer. This thing we can call them as a epiboly. That means micromeres divides more rapidly and it will encloses the megameres except in the yolk plug region. The process of spreading of micromeres we can call them as epiboly. Emboly. Small groove appears due to invagination of megameres near grey crescent region and gradually deepens, causing the migration of the cells. So the narrowing of the blastopore exerts pressure on underlying yolk laden megameres. So contraction of the lips from all the sides will occur, that results the blastopore to become more smaller and narrower. As a result of that, archenteron increases in size and blastocele becomes reduced. So the blastopore is guarded by anterior margin called dorsal lip and backward projecting lateral lip. Involution. Due to increase in the size of archenteron as well as yolk plug, there is a rapid migration of presentum areas in the embryo occurs. So the movement of presentive area is known as involution. As a result of that, the rotation of the gastrula will takes place. The blastopore will form the presumptive gut, the roof of the archenteron. It may give rise to chordum, mesoderm, and floor of the archenteron. It is having the endoderm, or it may form the future endoderm. So formation of the three germ layers. The three germ layers are the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. They are known as primary germ layers. They are also called as germinal layers because the entire organs on the body are derived from these layers. So what are the fate of these germ layers? The ectoderm, it will form epidermis, cutaneous glands, islands, cornea, retina, conjunctiva, CNS, pineal gland, pituitary gland, enamel of teeth are derived from the ectoderm layer. Mesoderm. From mesoderm, notochord, pericardium, peritoneum, muscles, skeleton, connective tissue like blood, lymph, adipose tissue, dermis of the skin, visceral organs are derived from this mesoderm layer. And endoderm, from the endoderm, epithelium of the digestive tract, respiratory tract, eustachian tubes, gastric and intestinal glands like liver, pancreas, bile and pancreatic duct, and lining of the urinary bladder are derived from the primary endoderm layer. Neurulation. Formation of dorsal hollow neural tube or neural nerve cord, that we can call them as neurulation. Ectodermal cells will get flattened into neural tube. The center of the plate, it will sink to form the neural groove. Edges of the plate, it will be elevated to form the neural folds. So the neural folds will get fused to form the neural tube. The anterior end of the neural tube will develop into brain, whereas the posterior end of the neural tube will develop into spinal cord. Just here neural plate will be there. So first of all, neural folds will deepen and it will form the neural groove. Later on, neural plate. Just you can see they will form the neural tube. So organogenesis begins with the development of the nervous system. The nervous system is the first organ system to develop. The notochord grows and induces overlying ectoderm to form the neural plate. Cells of neural plate, it will fold to form the neural groove, and the surrounding neural folds, it will fuse to form the neural tube. So the anterior portion will forms the brain, the rest of the forms the spinal cord. So here in this table, see organs and tissues which are derived from these germ layers are given here. Notogenesis. The formation of the notochord is called as notogenesis. The mesoendodermal cells lying in mid-dorsal region of the roof of the archintron, it will be get separated from mesodermal layer. As a result of that, the cells will become solid cylinder and rod-like structure along the median line and parallel and just above the neural tube. Later, the notochord sheath, it may develop around the notochord. So in adults, the notochord, it is replaced by vertebral column. Formation of the coelom. The coelom is the body cavity and it is mesodermal in origin. Mesodermal layer, it will split into two thin layers. Outer one is called a somatic or parietal mesoderm and inner one is a visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Outer somatic layer combines with ectoderm to form the somatopleure. Inner visceral layer, it will unite with that of the endoderm to form the splanchnoplure. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. If you are seeing the video for the first time, please subscribe my channel.